Hi, my name is Benjamin Walden, and this is my partner.
Xin chào, my name is Trang Nguyen, and you're watching part 1 of You at DYouville.
And our guest today is Dr. Susan Kowalewski, Chair of the Business Department here at the DYouville College. Hi, Dr. Kowalewski.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Hi, Dr. Kowalewski, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
That's very nice. And Dr. Kowalewski, can you tell us about your academic and professional background, please?
Sure. I'll tell you, I have quite an extensive background. I sometimes call myself the poster child for lifelong learning. I actually, when I was in high school, had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I really wasn't college prepared. I hadn't taken my chemistry. I was pretty much told to be a secretary. And then in my senior year, I decided I didn't want to be a secretary. It's a fine profession, but I wanted to go to college. So all of a sudden, I had to start taking college courses in my senior year, crunch time. So I applied to Brighton Stratton and became a dental assistant and loved it. Loved the field of dentistry, and I worked in dentistry for about 6 months, and then I decided to go back to school. So then I went back to Onondaga Community College and received my associate's degree in dental hygiene from OCC. And then after that I came back, and all my friends were still going to school. They were finishing their bachelor's degree, and I was the only one not going to school, so I started taking classes. And then after you get through a certain amount of classes, you might as well complete the degree. So I applied and finished my degree in human services, early childhood education. Liked it a lot, stayed in dentistry for about 25 years in a lot of different aspects. As a hygienist, as an assistant, as an office manager. And then I moved to New Hampshire with my husband for his position, and I worked at MIT for a while and went back to school and completed my MBA. Then we moved back here to Buffalo, and I was working for ECMC as a practice manager in charge of about 11 ambulatory care clinics and 1 offsite. And then one day found a posting for a job at the University of Buffalo for their dental clinic. So it was a perfect match. So I interviewed, and they offered me the position.
Okay.
And I went back to school again and completed a master's in education in educational leadership and policy. And I just kept going after that and applied to the doctoral program and completed my doctorate in 2005, I think it was.
Wow.
So, and here I am.
Amazing. Can you tell us why you chose DYouville?
I actually was, after I completed my doctorate, I was recruited by the business department, Professor Hawk, to teach one of the healthcare management classes online. And so I was an adjunct, and then a position became available in the department, and he recruited me to come here full time.
Right out of the PhD.
Oh no, there was a year, I think I taught for about a year, adjuncting, and I was still at UB, and then they called and contacted me about the full-term tenure-track position.
Wow.
Great. What do you think is the greatest thing about the DYouville College, in particular, in general, and about the business department specifically? Yeah.
Yesterday I was, and this brings it home, you know, you don't sometimes, things that are right in front of your face you miss. And I was at University of Buffalo yesterday. I was a judge for Model UN, which is a wonderful opportunity for high school kids to learn about, you know, economics and worldwide, you know, issues. I think about 580 students participated, and I walked into the lecture hall, the very first lecture hall where I was going to be being a judge, and I went down to the bottom and I looked up, and there were 500 seats, and I just could not fathom not knowing my students. And I think that's what really differentiates DYouville from other schools is for the most part, when I have 30 students in a class, when I have 12 students in a class, I know their names, I know about their families, I know where they're from, and that's really special, I think, to DYouville. I think that's really special to DYouville.
That's the reason why I love the school too.
Yeah. And the business department, I think that the business department is growing. It's changing, its business is changing, and I think it's a real direction that DYouville can move in. because with some of the health sciences, you're kind of limited by numbers from the state and from government as to, you know, so many professors to students and clinical activities. But in business, DYouville can grow. It's a real growth area for DYouville, and I think that they need to, you know, we'll be, you know, looking in that direction.
Awesome.
And growing.
Awesome. Can you tell us about your leadership style?
My leadership style. I actually went back and looked at my teaching, my kind of why and how I teach. And my teaching and my leadership style are the same. They're both a transformational type of leadership style, because I also look that I'm transforming, and it's a two-way direction. It's just not me transforming my students, but it's also them transforming me. I look that each semester I should learn something from my students also. Otherwise, I'm not challenging them enough. So transformational leadership, I think, would probably be the most closely. And you know, if you've ever read Kuzis and Posner's The Leadership Challenge, you know, leading by example, modeling, leading with your heart, and really caring about what happens within your organization is really important also.
Great.